Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be trying to change the inlet manifold on the Astra all by myself. So I put the emphasis on all by myself simply because I've only ever seen this done in videos. This is going to be interesting, one, doing it on my own, and two, the amount of stuff that you have to get off to obviously get this out of the way it's not madness, but you know, there's quite a bit. So without further ado, let's crack on and you can join me as I attempt to change it. Just before we get started on the actual video, guys, I just wanted to run down a couple of bits that we've done on the car to get it to where we are now. First of all was changing the crossover delete because I just didn't like the look of that one. So we got this one from MK Motorsport, and we also added a filter from A Motorsport themselves. Next up, we changed the top hat for this new one, the enhanced performance one. And then we were on to an exhaust. The exhaust that was on there to start with was okay, but I wanted this 3-inch system from Scorpion to go on there, so that was next. After that came a front mount intercooler from Nevlock. Wasn't the easiest to fit, but it got us there and it's going to do the job. Look how meaty that is. Then one of the last jobs we actually did in the shed on the car was to change the turbo over. This has actually got a Turbo Smart actuator and a Ford reset valve, as well as a KRS core. Now obviously you'll have probably all have seen what these are like anyway, but this is basically what I'm going to be putting on the car. It's not, well, I say it's not, I don't know. I'm not too sure what brand it is, whether it's an early Ed's copy or a Pegasus early on or whatever. I'm not too sure. There's no markings on it to tell me, but as you can see, obviously it is second hand. So here there is a bit of a lip left from previous use, so I'm going to sand that down, and I think it's the same on that surface as well. I might just give that a quick rub down anyway. And we've got Victor Reigns gasket to go in there, because obviously being second hand that didn't come with one, so we've got that, and we've got some of this stuff as well. And basically you just smear that on around the gasket there on both sides, and then we can fit it, and hopefully that doesn't give us any issues when it comes to air leaks or anything like that. You will have no doubt seen, obviously in other people's videos and whatever on YouTube and whatnot, this is where the inlet manifold sits, and the cooler pipe has got to come off because we've got to get the throttle body off, and then we can start disconnecting other bits and goodies to enable us to be able to get in there. I've just remembered as well, another thing that we haven't got with that because it's second hand is a bracket for the ECU, so I might have to make one. And obviously while we're in here I'm going to fit that. I did mention it in a previous video, glass black cam cover, so that will go on at the same time. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get this pipe off, move some of these out the way just to give me better access to stuff, and then just start disconnecting stuff, I suppose, guys. As you can see, guys, the pipe is off and so is the throttle body. They're just down there. I've managed to get the fuel rail off, that's loose. This at the moment is giving me an absolute headache. There's a black clip just on the inside that you're supposed to push in and then pull it up, but it's really stubborn and it's fighting me. There's one 17mm bolt either side shown here and here. You need to undo those to get the fuel rail off. So just thought I'd update you quickly because that's where I've got to. As soon as that's off, I can start chasing other bits off down by the ECU that's down there, a couple of bolts and that. And then I think it'll just be a case of undoing the nuts that attach the manifold to the actual blocks. We finally got that off, and I've also undone the ECU, so that's completely off and out the way now, all the earths and everything else. So it's literally just a case now of taking the bolts off that hold the manifold to the block, and then I can show you the difference, even though I'm probably sure you've seen it loads of times before, but this is how far we've got, and that's all I've got left to do, hopefully. So fingers crossed, it doesn't fight me too much. Old versus new. So there is the difference. Obviously the standard one has got this weird kind of belly bit to it, whereas obviously that one is just flat underneath, which is all good. So that will aid in the flow of air, I would imagine. So I've just got to sand the surfaces down now on that, and then basically just reinstall it, get it all back in there. Now, a lot of videos that I was seeing, people were undoing this electrical bit here. As you can see, you don't really need to. There's enough room to get it out of the way. Undo the bolts for that bracket there, and then the manifold has got enough room to come out then. So yeah, all good fun. I'm proud of myself because I've done it all on my Todd, and been an achievement for me because I don't normally do that. I normally need help. But anyway, let's get it all sanded down and we can get this new one back in. Right, okay guys, we are all back together as you can see, and I am pretty sure I've done everything up that needs to be done up, fingers crossed. The hardest part I would say was these earths down here, and because mine was difficult, I'm obviously telling you how mine is because I didn't have a bracket. So I've basically put 2 into one there, and then there was another one that was on the ECU bracket already. I've just put that back in, so it should be all good now. Right, so I'm about to start the car for the first time. I haven't done this already yet, and because I've obviously had the fuel rail off and lost a load of fuel out of that, I'm going to try and prime it a couple of times just by pressing the ignition button on and off a couple of times to allow the fuel to get through. I got Craig here as well. He's gonna hello. He's going to tell me if there's any leaks or anything spraying around, and hopefully this time he doesn't pick up a spanner and start knocking the engine.
I wouldn't do that to you, mate.
Yeah, again, yeah. Right, you ready?
Crack on this.
Okay. So we'll turn it on. And off. On again.
I can't smell fuel.
And off. Go on again.
Yeah, I'd say the fuel rail's full now.
You reckon?
I can't smell it. I can't smell fuel.
You can't smell fuel?
No.
I'm going to do it once more. So we're off. I'm coming back on.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to go for a start.
on then.
Wow. Could I have actually done something for the first time and it actually gone okay? Let's have a look. What are we saying?
You've done well so far, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could be good here, guys. Could be good. Yeah? Right, I'm going to take that as a win, so I'm going to let it warm up a little bit.
The oil one's not bouncing, so I don't think you got an back and back in, mate.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, I'm going to let this warm up for a sec, put it off choke, take it up the road, see how it is. So we're off choke now, and I'm just literally going to pull off, go for a little ride. To be okay so far. It's one of them things that always makes me nervous when we've done stuff and we've undone stuff and then put stuff back together, and it's like, have I done it properly? You know, it's always a risk, isn't it? Especially when I do things, I usually break things. My missus will tell you that. We get round this corner and there's a bit of a straight, so we'll be able to not put my foot down, but give it a little blip. Give that throttle a little bit of a blip. Make sure it doesn't cut out or anything weird like that. Yeah, it seems alright. Yeah, let's go around this way. I think, guys, fingers crossed, we should be okay. Obviously I'm not putting my foot down too much because it's still hella cold. So I've just got back and everything seems fine, so I'm absolutely buzzing about that. Everything's all must have been done back up properly and all the rest of it, so job well done, I'd say. Thank you for watching, guys. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think I'm going to make on the dyno, because that is the next step for this car. Now that I've pretty much done everything I can to sort of make the stage 2, I think it's definitely time to be booking in with Wayside. So let me know what you think it will make. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time.